I have been waiting for this interview. I am here with Rebecca Grove and Django, one of the star athletes of these games. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Doing well, thank you.
How are you, Django? Enjoying some treats there?
He is.
So tell us, how has Django been doing in all of his competitions?
He's been doing great. He actually got a new personal best in dueling dogs, and if you haven't seen that, that's kind of like doggy drag racing. There's two dogs up on the dock, and they're racing to the end of the pool to grab the bumper. So that was really exciting. He did extreme vertical last night, and he grabbed 5 foot. That's where it's kind of like the doggy high jump, so they jump up and grab the toy. And then he had a really good big air jump the other day. I think that was on Friday, and today he'll be doing speed retrieve. So we're hoping for a really fast run.
I love that. Now, he's an athlete with a story. So, and I know that you guys, he's a rescue dog, and he has this interesting scar down his back here. And this story has a really happy ending because Django started out as a pretty thin, injured puppy. Would you tell us a little bit about how far he's come from where he started?
Yeah, a lady found him in her yard in Virginia about 7 years ago, and he had fresh second and third degree burns all down the length of his back. And what you see here is a scar. She contacted the police because she felt like a crime had been committed, and they contacted the local shelter, and he was taken in there. But of course, they didn't have the medical ability to be able to take care of him, so they contacted a pit bull rescue, and a wonderful foster family took him in, nursed him back to health. And it took about 6 months for the burn wound to close up, and they used cold laser therapy as well as wound scrubs, so just kind of scrubbing that dead skin with a brush, which can be pretty painful. And he also had to be treated for heartworms as well. So once he was able to be adopted, we were friends with the foster family because we had adopted another pit bull from them earlier, and we just felt like Django was the perfect dog for us and would be able to give him a great home, give him the constant medical attention that he would need for his burn scar moving forward, and then also just kind of give him a great life doing dogs.
That's awesome. Now, he didn't always start out running to run off of that dog.
No, he did
from what you
not.
tell me, he was a little bit, he went from an introvert to an extrovert in the dog world, correct?
Yes, he was really not too interested in water at all, and he really wasn't all that athletic, to be honest with you, but who knows what the first year of his life was really like. So we were able to, with the help of his brother, who's a natural-born athlete, we were able to get him introduced to the water. It actually took 3 summers. He didn't even want to get his feet wet the first summer, and then he learned to swim the second summer, and then by the third summer he was jumping in and competing. So he's absolutely loves the sport now. Look at you. And we've been to Worlds together, competed in the Dogs World Championships, and he actually last year came in 6th in Iron Dog in his division in the world. So he's, which is a combination of all 3 of the Dogs events. They converted to a point system. So he's really evolved into a wonderful athlete.
And you don't always think about this in dogs, but from what I was reading about Django is all of this really helped his confidence.
Yes, he was a pretty shy guy, and he still kind of is. And it really helped his coordination, definitely helped his confidence. He gets out there now in front of huge crowds. I don't know if you've seen the Dogs events this year, but the crowds are even bigger than what they were last year, and it doesn't faze him at all, and he loves to walk through the crowds, and people have recognized him. There was a man yesterday that said he saw him in the newspaper in Breckenridge back in March, and I mean, he loves it here.
Now, if you are looking for Django today, he does rock it like a superhero because he does wear a little cape to cover, protect him from sunburn, correct?
He does. It's called a Superfly suit, so it's kind of like a swimsuit for dogs, and we went with it. It's got flames down the back of it to go along with his story, and it's got his name on it, and he's part of Team Ballistic because we jump with some other pit bulls as well. So if you see him over there, definitely say hi.
So keep your eyes out. This is the athlete to watch today. Stay with us. We're going to get a check of that weather.
TV8's coverage of the 2019 GoPro Mountain Games is brought to you by Vail Summit Orthopedics.